It's probably the most common affliction across all age groups, and it's also one of the most controllable. Stress. It makes our blood pressure increase, our digestive system slow down. Those are just the things I know, and keeps us from sleeping. But here to help us beat stress, or at least limit its effects, is Dr. Michael Garko from AM 1250's Let's Talk Nutrition program. Welcome back.
Good morning. How are you?
I am great, and I love this topic.
Oh, it's a great topic, and I love Tim's prescription. You know, mixing the NyQuil with all
no. That's horrible, right? That was the word. You were over there going, oh no.
No. Well, you know, stress it's interesting. We all have such a negative view of stress. Yeah, and as it turns out, stress is a part of modern life, but it's also a part of human biology.
Right.
And there are two kinds of stress, acute stress and chronic stress. We evolved to deal with stress. It's like a survival mechanism. It's called the flight or fight response.
Okay.
When our ancestors were running around from those saber-toothed tigers or other warriors that were trying to kill them, the body learned how to marshal itself to deal with all that kind of stress. And over time, that happened, and now we have acute stress, which is good. When we have an infection or an injury, stress signals the immune system to heal the body. Chronic stress is more insidious. And it is, you know, persistent, pervasive, and pernicious, primarily because it's triggered by psychological stressors more than physical threats.
Okay.
You know, for example, a failing career, failing marriage, raising children, being a producer.
Right. We all have those kinds of stressors.
It's constant. It's all the time. It's chronic. And it's bad because chronic stress causes the acceleration of aging, promotes diseases like heart disease, cancer, all these autoimmune diseases like arthritis and so on. So we end up in a bad place. Now, you know, if you ask me, say, well, what is stress?
Yeah, what is stress?
Well, there's a guy by the name Dr. Hans Selye. He said, quote, everybody knows what stress is, but nobody really knows what stress is. And that's the problem. Why is that? Why is stress hard to define? Because one, unpleasant and pleasant things can make it happen, experiences, and everybody experiences it differently.
Right.
So if we're in Las Vegas gambling, we're winning at blackjack, that's stressful, as well as that losing that big hand.
Right.
And then there's the story of John Glenn when he was sitting on that top of that tin can on the Mercury rocket, you know, according to NASA standards. Well, they were monitoring his life functions, and they looked, his vital signs, and they thought something was wrong. He fell asleep. They're doing the countdown, he's asleep. The point is that everybody reacts to stress differently.
Okay.
And the dominant response always emerges under stress. Some people, the dominant response is to get agitated, upset. Other people, it's to calm down and enjoy the experience. Like I'm here with you. I love being here with you, but it's stressful.
You're stressed out.
Sure.
We're in front of people now.
Oh, yeah, it's very stressful. Yeah, it's fun, but it's stressful.
Right.
Now, what do we know people do? They use pharmaceuticals, right?
Right.
To try to modulate the stress and the effects of stress. I'm an advocate of using nutraceuticals. My good friend, Dr. Stephen DeFelice says, a nutraceutical is any food or dietary supplement that has health and medical benefits, including the prevention and treatment of disease.
Okay.
So those are nutraceuticals.
And now that can apply to foods too,
foods.
correct?
There are foods that induce stress, and there are foods that reduce stress. Foods that reduce stress, like Tim was alluding to, you know, green leafy vegetables, lean meats, non-fat or low-fat dairy, fish, lots of water. Those reduce stress. Foods that reduce stress. Foods that induce stress are refined carbohydrates in the form of these refined sugars and grains, saturated and trans fats, sugar, and so on. Sodium, stimulants like tobacco and alcohol, tobacco and cigarettes, suppressants like alcohol, all stimulate the stress response.
Right, and but those are the things that we tend to go for when we're stressed out.
Right, when we're stressed out. And, you know, it's a fact of life. Like Dr. Hans Selye said, no one can live without experiencing some degree of stress all the time. That's a quote. And he coined a term back in 1936, this concept of stress. So it is a part of modern life. It's a part of our biology.
Right.
And in addition to those foods, there are other things that we can do in terms of supplements.
Let's talk about those. What are we looking at here?
This morning, what I brought, I'm featuring a company this morning called Natural Factors. It's not only what you take, but what you put into your body, but who made what you're taking. As far as I spent 2 days at their facility. It's one of the best supplement companies on this earth. They are the best of the best. And I brought today their multivitamin and mineral for men and women and their fish oil product. Now, as it turns out, stress puts a big demand on energy and reduces vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, the B vitamins and minerals. Take a good multi, and that you get that covered.
Replenishes those.
Right, and a fish oil is wonderful to modulate stress.
Okay.
A greens product, Greens Plus, great product. And then I brought along, if you want to augment the multiple with some B complex vitamins or some ultra minerals from Vitamin Discount Center or zinc, those all get depleted. Potassium, magnesium, zinc get depleted, as well as the B vitamins. Big energy demand on the body. That's why we always feel tired when we're stressed, because the body's having to work, create energy to deal with all of these metabolic processes. Finally, fiber. Not finally, but Natural Factors makes a wonderful fiber called PGX. It is phenomenal. Helps modulate glucose, blood glucose levels, and insulin rises because the body draws on glycogen, fat, and protein to create energy, which raises the insulin and glucose levels, and that's not good for us. And by the way, this PGX product is also one of the best weight loss products.
Fantastic.
They also make another, speaking of glucose, they make 2 wonderful glucose products, a multiple that's designed to lower glucose, and then they make a glucose product that to lower glucose using herbs. And last but not least, one of my favorites, it's called Pharmagaba. It is a wonderful, wonderful compound to reduce stress and anxiety. It's a neurotransmitter that has a calming effect. Valium and all these other sedative kinds of drugs, what they do is they trigger GABA production, which calms us down. I love that product. It's wonderful.
I'm just going to take this and just,
other than using the NyQuil with all those other things,
I'm taking this with me.
You can take that with you. It's great. So, you know, stress is, again, I want to emphasize, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It only becomes a bad thing when we can't manage it. By the way, we don't control stress. We manage it. Manage it. And nutraceutically speaking, nutritionally speaking, we can do that with all the recommendations I gave for food and supplements.
Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you.
Garko.
Don't be so stressed out.
And I will try to, and this is going to help me.
Yes, it will.
We want to remind you how you can catch Dr. Garko's show, Let's Talk Nutrition. It airs on AM 1250 radio every Monday through Friday afternoon from 2 to 3 p.m. And you can keep in mind that you can also listen live logging on to letstalknutrition.com and listen to archived shows.
Right.
Now, this is the week's list of topics, and the stress theme is going to continue throughout the week with various subjects, including how to deal with stressful environments and the importance of rest and relaxation. And today's topic is how fiber combats stress, which we touched on a little bit today. You can find this schedule at letstalknutrition.com or on studio10.tv. Right. And remember, you can visit us online at studio10.tv to get more information on Dr. Garko and the Let's Talk Nutrition program. And while you're there, download our coupon for 10% off any purchase at Vitamin Discount Center. Now, you can print it out and take it into any Vitamin Discount Center location, or you can follow the instructions to shop online at vdcusa.com. The coupon is good through the end of the day tomorrow, so be sure to print that out right now. And again, thank you so much, Dr. Garko.
Oh, you're welcome. And manage your stress.
Manage your stress. Manage your stress with me. Up next, we'll recap this weekend's On This Earth musical benefit for the YWCA of Tampa Bay. Don't go away.
This segment was paid for by Let's Talk Nutrition.